Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth is still feeling the effects of the cold as salt lingers on the roads. And it was a record year for organ donations here in Kentucky.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We're just a few minutes past 5:30 on Tuesday, January 23rd. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia, and good morning, everyone. Yes, a milder start to our Tuesday. We'll take it as money in the bank, right? A lot of clouds as we look outside our WYMT studios, but it's dry as we get you out the door. Some of the melting that's taken place in the last 24 hours with some of our temperatures being stuck, like Manchester, in the upper 20s or down toward Middlesboro and Jacksboro. Watch out for the sidewalks and driveways and the parking lots regarding some slick spots. Otherwise, we're all in the 30s and lower 40s. Quiet on the pinpoint Doppler radar. Again, all the moisture as promised yesterday up across and north of the Ohio Valley until you get west of I-65. And again, this moisture is tracking our way as we head through the rest of your Tuesday. Out the door we go. Looky here. Temps warm up very nicely into the low and mid 50s region wide as the scattered showers develop as we head through your Tuesday. More about how warm we get the rest of the week with the first alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Tim. We do have some breaking news coming out of Hazard this morning. Hazard Fire Chief Robert Keith tells us a fire broke out at approximately 2:51 this morning on Little Boulevard. It was an apartment complex home with 2 units. Officials say as of now the fire is out, but there was heavy damage to the building. The Hazard Fire Department requested aid from other stations due to the water shortage, using water from volunteer departments to spare the water system. No injuries were reported, but 4 adults are displaced and Red Cross assistance has been requested. The fire is under investigation and we will continue to update as we learn more information. It took tons and tons of salt to clear Kentucky roads during our week-long stretch of winter weather, and that salt can lead to potholes in the roads. Grayson Passmore talked with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet about how they are prioritizing road repairs.
If you feel like there always seems to be more potholes on your commute every winter, well, that's because there probably are.
And you always want to drive slow if you are in an area where you do think that potholes have formed, and be careful in those areas until those are repaired.
With the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Natasha Lacey says most winter potholes are created when cracks allow water to seep into the foundation. The trapped water underneath the asphalt can then freeze, which pushes the surface of the pavement up. When the temperature rises, the trapped ice melts and creates a hollow space between the pavement and the subbase. And the weight of your car can cause the pavement to collapse. Then you've got yourself a pothole, or several. Lacey says crews are already working to patch them.
Our crews work on filling potholes with a cold mix. And when the asphalt plants reopen in the spring, they go over those same areas with a hot mix to smooth the asphalt out.
And auto shops across town are already packed with customers feeling the impacts from this winter weather.
And they hit something, get it looked at by a professional. We here at Southside Auto Repair are professionals. We can take a look at that, your tires and everything. Sometimes your control arms could get hurt. That's not good either for the vehicle. That's not good for your riding or your stability.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Transportation officials ask that you report any potholes you see so their crews know what areas need to be fixed. Administrators with Jenkins Independent Schools say Birding Elementary renovations are near complete. The school has had many updates since it was heavily damaged in the July 2022 flood. Preschool students just moved into a new facility for their classes. Superintendent Damian Johnson says they still have some exterior work to finish.
We've done some of the work. Well, a lot of the groundwork has been done. We got a swing set back up and going, but we have new playground equipment on the way. And just like with everything else, we're going to build back our playground better as well.
Johnson also says the teachers at the school went above and beyond to get the school where it is now. Despite temperatures going back above freezing, many schools in eastern Kentucky still had non-traditional instruction days. While both students and teachers may prefer in-person teaching, NTI days allow students to keep things as normal as possible during chaotic weather. Hazard High School teacher Luke Glazer says NTI days have a similar feel to teaching during the pandemic.
It's a lot of snow on the ground feels like it has an end point, whereas COVID, we didn't really know when it was going to end. But like it's sort of like doing stuff like riding a bike, right? Like you haven't done it in a while, but you pick it right back up, right? It definitely has this the same feels as COVID did, as far as, like, you know, talking to kids and doing everything virtually and getting all the assignments and things like that.
Glazer says the most challenging aspect is trying to make things as normal as possible. Last year, a record number of organ transplants were made possible in Kentucky. Nearly 300 people donated their organs last year, which translated to 729 transplants across the Bluegrass, a record for Kentucky organ donor affiliates. It breaks down to a 25% increase in organ donation and a 20% increase in transplants compared to 2022. Some of those that received the life-saving gifts waited for weeks, months, and even years for a transplant.
I was just emailing with a mom who has been 10 years since her heart transplant. She has had her baby post-transplant and is doing great.
Many people sign up for the registry at DMV when renewing their driver's license. Thanks to the introduction of real IDs, more of their participation is going digital. Exciting news released yesterday for people in Knott County and surrounding counties. The Knott County Community Foundation and Knott County Schools speech and debate team are partnering with primary care centers of eastern Kentucky to host an evening with country music singer Clint Black. The event will raise money for various organizations in Knott County. It is scheduled for 7 p.m. on April 13th at the Morton Combs Athletic Center. Tickets went on sale yesterday. Dustin Combs, the chair of the board of the Knott County Community Foundation, shared his excitement for the benefit concert and the impact it has the opportunity to make.
This gives us an opportunity to provide something for the people of Knott County and surrounding counties. It gives us the opportunity to raise money to build the endowment for the Knott County Community Foundation, and to also give back to the community to provide some funds to the long-term recovery group for flood survivors and some of the extracurricular organizations in Knott County.
Knott County native and country music singer Tyra Madison is also on the lineup for that evening. You can find a link to purchase the tickets by clicking on this story on WYMT.com. We have many talented people here in the mountains, from singing to dancing and even art. Yesterday, I was able to capture the story of a Perry County native who uses her gift of painting to make rooms and cities a little brighter. Eastern Kentuckian and local painter Janet Cornett says she has loved art since she was a little girl, and painting has always come natural.
I just start with my mind, and a lot of it I don't even do with a brush, I do it with a rag. So I know that sounds unusual. Unusual
or not, her paintings and murals are brightening up the city of Hazard and Perry County, with one most recently at the sheriff's office in memory of flood victims.
And we want it to be something happy and peaceful when you look at it. Nothing, you know, we didn't want sadness.
But she also leaves room for anyone who enters the sheriff's office doors to see the painting with their own imagination.
Sometimes I don't like really detail things out, and I let everyone's imagination see what they want to see. And I want them to feel God in in my paintings. I want them to feel him.
All while leaving her mark on the city and county for several years to come.
And that's the beauty of it, I think, that when you see it's got age on it, and it patinas.
Cornett says when she is not painting murals, she is likely painting houses because it is truly what she loves to do. And coming up, we'll take a look at the slippers that always take you home and how they finally got there.
And the pinpoint Doppler radar, it is quiet right now. Tracking the rain not too far away. That's not coming at us. Some off screen that's coming at us. We'll show you with the First Alert 7-day forecast after the break.